All right, we are back with this MrTelefair.com. I'm here with the former Lady Valgardia. You know her for 4 years at Tennessee. She lit up the court. It was rebounding, offensively, everything she did on the court. She gave it all for Tennessee, all 4 years at Tennessee. Now she's a Phoenix Mercury center?
Yeah.
How does this all sound to you? I'm here with Isabelle Harrison. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Now, thank you for sitting down and spending some time with us and doing this interview with this MrTelefair.com. This is an interview that a lot of people have wanted. You've been sought after for a while, and we want to talk about your season, the future for Ms. Harrison, and everything, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now let's take me back. February the 15th. What does that day mean to you?
It just means something really life-changing to me, something that I feel like has really pushed me to be a better person and just an all-around basketball player. Before then, I didn't really have many struggles or just anything kind of hard in life, and I don't want to say like God put that in my life to really see where I need to be, but I feel like it was something to teach me that I had more to myself. So it just really, I feel like it well-rounded me out a lot.
What's the first thing that goes through your head? I mean, the scream, it's the infamous scream that's been all over ESPN and everything. What's the first thing that goes through your head when you go down with an injury like that?
What next? And actually, why me? Because I didn't think tearing the ACL would ever happen to me. And I just thought that was something else everybody else dealt with, and I wouldn't be in that position. But you think, why me and why now? Because I was almost done with my career here at Tennessee, and I just wanted to go out on top. And I just felt like I really wasn't able to complete everything I wanted to. Even though the time I was given, I felt like I did the best that I could. I just really wanted to go in there and finish it all out, especially I didn't get to go on senior night, so that was also emotional. But I feel like everything happens for a reason, and I feel like it's going to teach me something at the long run.
You brought up senior night. We're going to get to that in a sec. But first I want to get your thoughts on knowing that you wouldn't be there with your team down that stretch. You seen South Carolina, you know, they were really getting into a groove at that point in the season. And y'all had a squad. Y'all had everything lined up. It seemed like to make one of those deep NCAA tournament runs. What's your first thought for your team when you go through an injury like that, thinking about what you bring on the court?
I just knew it was going to alter everybody's position. And in the post, we're pretty limited. And I just knew we were going to have to bring some guards down to the 4 and 5 position that, you know, they could play it, but it's not really their strength. We want them out on the wing like Jamie Nard and Sierra Burdick. And I just felt bad. Like, even though it wasn't my fault, I just felt bad that the coaches had to just go back to the drawing boards. And after, for a while, we were really getting a groove of what we wanted to do in our positions and plays and just being comfortable with one another. It was all going to be altered. And now, I mean, I feel like I look back on it, and they all can say this for themselves. Like, it taught them a lot. Like, you got to be ready to be called on at any time. Yeah, it fit them really well. So I wasn't there to help them through, like, big games like that, but I mean, they played hard for what we had and the injuries that were going on. I think they finished out real tough this season.
Senior night, you brought that up a couple minutes ago and how big that was for you. You still were able to make your way out of the court. You got out there with family and was still able to experience that moment with Ariel and Sierra and Coach Ward. What was that all like still? You got so many emotions running through your head, I can only imagine at the time. What was senior night for you?
It was like a roller coaster. I remember saying, even when I was hurt, I was like, I'm not going to be emotional senior night. Like, we still got the season going on. This is going to be like a special night for me, Sierra and Ariel. And Danny did a video of all of our highlights throughout the season. And as soon as I saw our play, like, I just bawled. Like, I was next to my mom and dad, and they were just holding my hand, letting me know it was going to be okay. But it was just so up and down, you know, and I wanted to finish it. I wanted to just add something just a little bit more to my senior year. But it was great that they had me come in at the last few seconds of the game, and Dre was able to dribble bust the ball to me right past half court. And I don't know, it just made it special, and I was able to do something with Tennessee for the last time.
I saw you kind of take a coaching role then at this point with you, during senior night. I see you kind of guiding a couple players on the court. You're still out there in some kind of way. What were you able to get from that? You know, just being able to still be with your team and kind of take on a coaching role. I've seen you and Holly talking a couple times, and you and the assistant coaches as well. What was that like, just switching roles completely and now kind of being an assistant coach for the team?
playing basketball, I just think it's pretty easy for me. If you tell me to go out there and rebound, that's what I'm going to do. But having to connect to the girls without actually showing them, that was my hardest thing, because I was always a visual leader. Like, they saw me going hard and, you know, making my times, and they were going to do it. And now that they weren't able to see me out there, it was just one less leader out there that we needed. And I just think it really made me take a step back and realize, like, I really need to be there for them. I don't want to make this season about me at all. And I just kind of stayed in the limelight. I didn't really come out much until it was actually time for the game, because I just knew I was going to be hassled with whatever was going on. And it wasn't about me at the time. They still needed to reach somewhere that we wanted to reach, and I really wanted to put my focus onto that. And I just try to use whatever was happening to me to motivate them, because I was like, hey, you guys don't feel like practicing? You could be with me on the sideline doing straight leg raises and bored out of your mind, you know, and it was not fun. So I think they were able to see me and just use me for an example, like, you got to play every day like it's your last.
You ever put the what-if factor? Because y'all had, like I said earlier, you guys were clicking at that time of the season. You ever put what if I were healthy, and ever think how deep this team, could we have competed for that national championship?
I think about it all the time, but just like I said, it's my motto for life. Everything happens for a reason. You know, Sierra, when I got out, Sierra stepped up tremendously, and if I wouldn't have gotten hurt, I don't think she would have been able to step into an even bigger role than she already was playing. So in aerial, she got to be more vocal as well, and it just, I feel like it helped us after college, and it just helped the younger players too to see, hey, we need you, like, you're important on this team. And I think everybody was just able to just give that a little bit more effort for me taking a step back.
All right, let's get away from the bad. Let's talk about the good now. The 12th pick. You got to walk me through this process. End of the first round.
Yeah.
What is going through your head, and when did you know that the Phoenix Mercury would be selecting you to end the first round?
That day was just like a whirlwind. Like, we were going from hotel to hotel, interviews, just super crazy. And we probably got like an hour and a half before we had to be downstairs and ready. And I just remember just taking a step back and saying, wow, this is so real right now. Like, I'm literally about to be on a professional team. I just don't know where yet. And I was just sitting next to my dad, and my coaches, LZ, Holly, and Coach Law were all there. And Dean was in the back. And I just remember my dad holding my hand, saying it's going to be okay. LZ shooting me a text during the show. Keep a smile on your face. That's what everybody loves. And I was just like I was fine. And then, like, them saying that, I was like, oh, I didn't want to get worried, you know. But I just started thinking about a lot of stuff. And I literally did not know I was going there until they said my name. And then it was gotten to the last pick, and I was like, all right, well, my injury probably caused that, so I'm not too mad. And they said my name, and I was like, what? Are you serious? Like, they just won the WNBA championship last year. Like, they want me on their team. They're going to use me. And I was just like, wow. It was just a blessing. Like, I just stood up and hugged my dad and hugged my coaches and made my way up to Laurel, and she gave me my jersey, and it was just set in stone.
Where are you at with the rehab process with the knee, and what have Phoenix relayed to you? What message have they told you about getting well and everything?
I'm at 3 months right now, and their athletic trainer, Tamara, she's great. I went up there to see them before their first game, and before training camp, and she was great. Like, she just helped me with everything I needed to do, and just gave me like a mental push. Like, a lot with injuries, people think it's so much physical, and it is, but the mental aspect has so much to do with it as well. And just basically taking my time, and when I'm ready to come back in May, welcome me with like full arms, and they know what I'm going through. So it's just an open communication through both ends.
If we get to thinking about, I don't know, maybe a Brittany Griner and an Isabelle and possibly a Diana Taurasi, that's a really good, and they're already the defending champions, and who knows what'll happen this year. That's a really good nucleus going forward, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's exciting. You see players like Brittany Griner and all the stuff that she's accomplished, and then a player like Diana Taurasi, I'm going to be able to play with her. She's like one of the greats, and it's crazy that I'm going to be on her team. So it's just stuff like that. It just humbles me. Like, I did what I wanted to do, or I did it as much as I could do here at Tennessee, and now I'm going to a new program, and I'm going to try to do my best to just gel and do what I have to do for the team.
You bring up Diana Taurasi as her being one of the greats. You've gotten leadership from all over the place throughout your career. Who are some of the people that have been big, mentoring you and getting you to this outstanding place that you are in life right now?
I honestly couldn't even name everybody that's helped me, because it's just not been players, it's been assistant coaches that helped me, GAs, like just so many people that have helped me get to this place right now, and it just really makes me feel good that they care that much about me to help me out. And when I got here my freshman year, Vicky Ball was like my biggest mentor. She literally just took me underneath the wing and we just did everything together. And she just taught me about the rules and the style of play and the coaches and everything. So I had to take that in the sophomore year, being literally the only remaining post from 5 All-Americans last year, and coming into my sophomore year and only being me and Bashar and Nia. And that's all we had to work with. So it was a trial for that, and just a couple players that were here, Ashley Robertson, Candace Parker, Glory, just everybody. Like it's been amazing how many connections you can make just by having Tennessee across your chest.
It's the craziest person that's reached out to you since the injury and just wished you good well? Anybody that just stands out in particular that reached out to you?
Wow. I have to think about that. I know Skylar Diggins, she tweeted about me when I got hurt. And, of course, I guess it was playing on ESPN, and I didn't know about it. But that night I got to the hospital, and everybody was talking about it. I was like, hey, my knees hurt. Like, let's focus on this right now, and we'll talk about whatever afterwards. But Skylar, she reached out, and it was nice for her to think about me.
I heard somewhere Coach Pat Summitt. Is it true that she was by you? Did she visit you at the hospital and kind of, I don't know, did y'all watch basketball together? Did you? She
visited me at my apartment.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Everybody that's on the staff now and the whole team came and visited me actually that night and the night of my surgery. Mm-hmm. And then about a week later went by, and then the girls were going to the SEC tournament, and Pat came by and she brought her dog Sadie. And just literally just walked in my apartment, and she sat down, and everybody that was in there, we were just chatting it up, you know. And it was great for her to stop by, especially all the stuff that she's going through, and for her to think about me during a time like that. It just meant so much to me. So recently, me and Ariel went to go visit her at her home, and it was great. And hopefully we'll plan days to spend each other in the future.
What's it like saying you, Ariel, and Sierra were 3 of the last players to play for Pat Summitt?
Yeah. It's amazing because we literally came into one of the toughest situations that I think anybody in college had to face. Like, Pat Summitt had to step down from being a head coach, and she is one of the greatest basketball coaches of all time. Literally, yeah, the greatest. And for us to have to make that transition, and then us being leaders since our sophomore year, it's not everybody can do that. And for all 3 of us to stay, like most people, they don't have to be here. And I think we really made it a commitment for all 3 of us to actually like just tough it out and see how much we can get out of this, you know. And I think we really took a lot of effort and hard work and communication to really build up this program.
How big was Coach Warlick? She had to step into that role.
Yeah.
How big was she throughout your tenure at Tennessee, and what lasting words can you say about what she's done for you as a player and maybe even off the court?
Holly's great. She's definitely a player's coach. She connects with us so well, and it's easy for me to talk to her. And even freshman year, like when she was the assistant coach, that's the first person I talked to. So now it's like she has to step into the head coach role. So, you know, I'm taking a step back. Like, I don't know how it's going to be, but it wasn't any different. She was still there for us, and anything I needed, she was there for me. And just like anybody, this is going to be going on her 4th year being head coach, and it's going to take learning. It's going to take time and just, you know, experiences to really shape her coaching style.
Let's get to the fun side of the interview. Accomplishment you're most proud of during being at Tennessee?
I would have to say when I received the MVP at SEC tournament last year, I just thought that was crazy. It was so crazy to me, and that was probably like my most fun tournament I've ever been in since I've been here.
Teammate you'll miss the most?
I can't say a teammate. I think everybody, I'm going to miss them for all different reasons. Like Nia, we used to room on the road trips together. Best roommate you could ever have. Like, she's great. Just all the freshmen, just them being quirky and just new and excited about things. I can just say something about Drea. I cannot stop laughing when I'm with Drea. Bashar, she's great. That's like my post buddy. I love playing with her. Sierra and Ariel, I can't even comment on that. They're like my sisters. But we still keep in contact now, so it's like
still the same.
Exactly, yeah. And just like Jordan and Jazz and just everybody on the team, it's just going to be hard to go on by myself now, you know, and I've had them for so long.
Funniest teammate?
Jordan and Jazz, and Drea. They're all pretty hilarious.
What's on your iPod right now? If we went through your phone, your iPhone right now, what musically, where are you at right now?
I'm like all over, actually, and I guess it's me being from Nashville. We're kind of diverse in that area. I like Jhené Aiko, Beyonce, Future, Young Thug, Migos. It's it's all around. So,
what's the ceiling? And since your first season for you won't be a part of this late ball team, they'll be bringing on Diamond. She's a very talented player, very talented transfer. Bashar will be back for her senior season. She'll be hungry. Dre will be coming back with a chip on her shoulder. Where do you see this team next year? Just kind of escaping out things.
I mean, I feel like they all have something to improve, you know, especially after last year. We just didn't get to where we wanted to get, and now hopefully not them being seniors, Nia and Bashar, and I guess older players like Drea and Jazz, they'll know, like, hey, we got to get it going, you know? And I think once they find that gelling factor, I think it's going to be great. They have so much talent that they're going to be able to use, and Mercedes Russell is coming back. And, I mean, you do well when you have a 6'6" post player on the block. It just happens. And she's very skilled with her passing, her basketball IQ. Like, Mercedes is all around. So
while you're on the court, it was one thing that stuck out to me before games or after. A dance. Stanky leg was the one I seen the most from you.
yeah.
What's up with the stanky leg? Is that the dance you still with right now? Where we at with the dance moves?
I used to do the stanky leg or just any dance before the game just to get the team going. And I was the dancer. Me and Jordan were the dancer on the team. And now she's going to step into that role now. So it's not just off on the court. It's off the court too. And am I with it now? I don't know. I think I'm trying to change it up a little bit. So we'll have to see.
So does Isabelle Nene?
I do. I whip. I do all that type of stuff.
Isabelle, good luck going forward. You're always one of my favorite players at Tennessee.
Thank you.
Always was rooting for you. Good luck with Phoenix. Good luck rehabbing, getting well.
Yeah.
I know you're going to do your thing. Just getting to know you. Even without the cameras rolling, you're a great person.
Thank you.
We're rooting for you here at Tennessee. Make us proud.
You.
It's MrTelefaro.com. I'm chilling with former Lady Vol in Phoenix Mercury's own Isabelle Harrison.